Hello, and thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. We're going to be doing a What's on Your Plate reading for the sign of Aries. The purpose of this reading is to take a look at a situation that just might be on your plate, and it might be too much for you, or it could be something that you don't want to put a lot of effort and energy into. So I was inspired by this from experiences I had as a child of having to, eat plates sometimes where I got a little bit too much and I was told that my eyes were bigger than my belly and I had to sit there and eat it. Sometimes it'd be stuff I didn't want, but because I put it all on my plate thinking I was going to eat all this stuff, now I'm stuck having to deal with it, and it was a lot to digest. Other times we get plates and we don't want to eat a lot, and so we just get a little bit. Sometimes we don't want to get a lot, but we have social pressure and expectation that you're supposed to get stuff that you don't like and that you don't want, and then you're stuck with it. That's a very valid situation that we find ourselves in as well. So we're going to take a look at a number of oracle decks. We're going to see the number of dishes that you've chosen for your plate, Aries, as well as what those dishes are. These dishes will correspond with an oracle deck that I have laid out here, okay? So let's take a look at the number of dishes that you are going to have on your plate here. Okay, so we had 2 fell out. Let's shuffle again. Aries dishes. Okay. You have 1 dish. You are just doing 1 dish. So this to me is a sign that it's a situation you don't want to really deal with. It's something that you're tired of. Maybe it's exhausting. Maybe it's more than what you can handle a little bit. And for that dish, we have collard greens. Okay. All right. And this is going to correspond with our mermaid oracle. Okay. All right, time to move on. Okay. All right, so I cracked open the tarot deck to get the basis of the situation, Aries. And the basis of this, I've got the Knight of Swords in reverse, and I've got the Hanged Man upright. So I feel what's going on here is that you are in a situation where you feel like you're stuck. But because you're stuck here and the amount of time that you've been in this position, you've gained a lot of enlightenment about where you are, how you ended up there. I feel like you've also gained some insight about what you would do to get out of it. Although like you're hanging on by just like a thread. Like there's something here that's kind of got you kind of stuck. There's one more thing that you're holding on to. However, this thing that you're holding on to, I feel as if it's like a hostile energy. This could be an individual or it could be some kind of situation that you're in, but because it's so hostile and it's very like, I don't want to say abusive, but it's just aggressive. It's always like coming at you with maybe verbal discourse. So it could be a lot of verbal back and forth, maybe arguing, or it could be some sort of back and forth, not necessarily debating, but discourse that's harsh in nature and very cutting. And the other side of this, the person or the group or thing that's coming at you with this feels as if they're in the right. It's almost like a policing energy. Like they're trying to cut you down. Like they're trying to make sure you stay in your place, or, but it's very erratic as well. It's almost like this energy of trying to, like, anytime you are doing something that's not in alignment with what it is that they see you as needing to do or what you're supposed to do, they come in and they're just cutting you down. However, this is kind of backfiring because this one thing that you're being held on to by like a thread, this is the very thing that's going to cut you loose from the situation. Because, I see this person, they're coming in with a sword to cut you down, and that's what you need so that you can be released from it. You're stuck to the situation, and that last little rope that binds is going to be severed by the very energy that's trying to keep you stuck is the energy that will release you. Okay. And like I said, in this situation, you've been enlightened to the true nature of the situation and how it's impacting you and how you feel about it. And really, this approach that this person is making is the thing that makes you know that this is it. It's time for me to move on. And that's the card that we have here. It says it's time to let go of the old and worn out so that the new can come in. So, I feel like the situation is you've held on so long and you've learned so much from it that you're recognizing just how repetitive it is. You're recognizing that it's not getting you anywhere. And, this is that final thread that needs to be released so that you can move into the future, into a more peaceful, harmonious space is what I'm picking up here for you. All right. Okay, so Aries, this is what I have for you. Short and sweet, straight to the point, just one dish here. I noticed that it's collard greens, which is a vegetable. You didn't get a lot of anything else. I feel like to me, collard greens are also like a comfort food. It's a soul food. It's food for the soul. And I feel like that's what you're looking for. You want nourishment for your soul because you've been in a situation that's been so hostile and what you perceive as negative, and you're ready to move into that kind of space. All right. So this is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. And until the next video, bye-bye.